Dallas defending a lot better.
Burke inside, and that's the first lead of the game tonight for Dallas. They go in front 25-24. 4 minutes left in the half. Wilson just hit a three to give Milwaukee their biggest lead. And an answer out of the timeout. Right back at you, Trey Burke.
That way you don't have to.
Right, both those guys are big contributors to that run for Philly.
Screen by Kleba, and it's Burke. A Trey. 86-7.
Mirotic could certainly be a game changer from deep.
Burke's been a game changer from deep tonight. That's his third three-pointer of the game. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Burke driving it at George Hill to lay it in.
He could really score. Team, I thought they needed to add some offense and some shooting to their roster.
Driving baseline. It's Trey Burke. And with that,
It's time to knock Portland off.
Yep. Down the baseline on the pass by Luka. For three, Trey Burke out of the corner.
Hey, he is playing with so much confidence. I think he's the one all before. Nice find.
Luka's pass, and it's a Trey.
60%.
100 miles, but he's been playing great down in the G League.
And an easy basket inside. Trey Burke. Rockets give up a lot of layups. And I think it's ironic that his dad, Don Nelson, was the one who picked up Nowitzki in a deal with Milwaukee. There's Blake with the back.
Just like it's been the entire time he's been wearing a Rockets uniform.
Ball goes in. How did Burke get that up?
From Sacramento. Operating in the paint. Trey Burke with a nice bounce.
Doing what's got to be done.
Rim protection. Try Trey Burke. And he'll score. And a timeout taken by Denver. Trey Burke in the paint. Rebounds his own miss. Goes back up and scores.
That was crafty there, going to that left hand. Trey Burke had
4 in the 4 games going into the break. 12 points, 11 rebounds for Plumlee tonight. Trey Burke with a catch-and-shoot three on the money.
Burke picked up by Crowder. Step back free throw line jumper. Rattles in his first two.
Good shot. I thought Jay Crowder switched off on him, did a good job. That the defense gave and happened to be at mid-range.
How about Neto with 3 assists, a 14-4 run for Utah. So that bucket by Harris.
Burke. Sometimes you miss free throws. Sometimes you turn the ball over a little more than you would like. Basketball's not a perfect game.
Trey Burke after the miss by Korver knocks down 2. Little soft touch.
Trey
Bounce.
Burke's really having a nice night. 8 points every time that ball goes up. That shot going in.
First bucket tonight, and it's a 3. Korver with 7 after 4 made free throws. And we got a timeout call on this. 23 games after tonight for Utah. Burke watches it, hits the 3.
I mean, guys are stepping up. He does tonight. You know Mitchell's going to bring it. They become just a team that no one wants to play.
No, I totally agree. 45 combined. That's kind of the Damian Lillard. 50 combined between Mitchell and Rubio. Trey Burke adds to his total with 20.
Was out of that vicinity.
Yeah, he's 28% this year. Nice attack by Trey Burke that time.
Did he spin that bump?
In the lineup and averaged 10 points and 6 rebounds in 22 minutes a game. Trey Burke with a score inside for Dallas.
Trey Burke can score.
Yeah.
And just trying to shoot threes and just trying to knock it out.
Burke drains the J. The lead was 44 for Brooklyn.
So, like I said, Dirk was not going to come out that game until he got a bucket.
And Burke lays it in.
Into the lane. Knocked away. Loose ball. Burke's got it. Burke scores. First points of the game. Magic lead.
2.
Trey Burke, behind the back goes baseline. Goaltending, score the basket for Trey Burke.
I love Trey Burke.
The pump fake. How does that happen? Late clock, Trey Burke driving, scoring, 3 seconds left of the quarter.
Good awareness.
And playing some 5-on-5, it felt really, really good.
Are you going to stick to Unicorn, even though that was a New York nickname? I can give you another nickname if you want it.
Okay.
Fashion Plate.
Oh, stop it, stop it.
I love your swag, man. I love it.
Thank you. I think my game fits. I'm the type of player I think that can adjust to anything.
Yes.
You know, I can adjust to any type of system or whatever. The transition has been really smooth, you know, thanks to a lot of people in the organization. You know, everybody has welcomed me with open arms here, and also the teammates. Just, you know, it's been a really, really smooth transition. Found a spot in Dallas, a real nice spot right away.
Years, this kind of stuff you have to do.
Man, that's love.
This kid can score the ball.
Trey Burke
can really get buckets.
In Indiana, very successful. 11 years with Dallas. Burke backs down, rocks and scores on a fall-away flip.
Big time shot. That was great. Deep.
In the second, and puts an imprint immediately on the game. Burke, the step back. That's another tough shot that he just hit.
Yeah, he bailed him out a little bit because Luke.
Just for the first time in 9 ball games since he had 13 against Toronto. Woman with a dozen on 5 of 9 gunning. This was in a Sports Illustrated article. It's Arvydas Sabonis playing with the Portland Trailblazers to that point in NBA history was the only 7-footer to make 2:28 left. 13-point Blazer lead. Wicked crossover from Burke. Dancing to the rim to lay it in.
Nice setup, Trey Burke.
You know, I've been saying this all year. I don't understand it. I just do not understand why you would not use a foul.
It's gotten better and better, but, you know, and they're going to continue to get better, I think.
This is the 9th of 10 games for you. Have you hit the veteran wall yet?
Oh, I hit the veteran.
Cleveland got a hand on it. Burke in transition scores. Timeout Sacramento. 8th Sacramento turnover. Uh-oh. Burke, basket.
Well, that was too easy.
Working out before the game.
That's Courtney Lee and Trey Burke. And Burke.
This lines up a 3, and Steve Kerr takes another timeout. And Burke putting it in and drawing the foul.
Well, we remember him in Utah.
He'd be really happy that they're playing tomorrow night.
I agree. Short memory. I want to see how the Burke do something because that's the 21st three.
One off the franchise record for the Mavericks.
Kings have scored the last 4 points after Dallas had chewed the deficit down to a 1-point game. And here's a stop and pop 3. And Trey Burke's having a really good run over the last handful of games with the rebound. Yogi missed the shot. And Trey Burke trying to beat the defense down the floor. And he does it. Man.
He's good and he knows it. So talented.
I'm with you, though, Harp. I'm fascinated to see what his free agency holds as Burke hits a corner 3 on the pass from Luka.
Brings back Sylvester Gray memories from the early days of Heat history. He only played 1 year out of Memphis State for Miami. And you know Sylvester Gray played. Dirk goes cross court. Trey Burke for 3 and buries it. Trey Burke, Tim Hardaway Jr.'s former backcourt teammate at Michigan.
Right now for that rookie of the year, in my opinion.
Just overall been a good rookie class. And another 3 is made. That is the 3rd. And that is Trey Burke. Another drive and off the dribble. That one comes from the perimeter. A little step on Abdul.
I'm going to guess made 3s.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, I tell you, Dallas just continues to shoot. Man, they're going for broke here in this first quarter.
The value of Terrence Ferguson. He took 1 shot, played over 30 minutes. As that is a drive and a finish, and somehow it looked like Trey Burke was able to elude Stephen Adams. 1.5 so far. Devin Harris has got the last 8 points. Burke, he's able to wheel his way around. And Trey Burke increases Dallas's lead now.
Like giving the defense nothing.
On that swipe through. Burke, that's just a tough one-on-one move, and Trey Burke now with 14 in the game.
They're going to go right back to him. Good help by Grant to come over and help out.
The rotations close out, but Burke doesn't matter. Burke drains the three, as he is now the leading scorer for Dallas with. Burke again off the dribble as he had to step on Dennis Schroeder, and Trey Burke all of a sudden heating up here in the second half. Oh, good, and now the Mavericks with an opportunity with time. Already a 2-point lead. It's Burke stepping into the three, a hand in the face from Ferguson, and he buries it.
That's going to push that lead up.
Burke, been tough to stop, and he continues to score on a really tough drive to the rim.
Jump for you guys. A three. Trey Burke in the lane. Burke had 25. Trey Burke, Gerald Macon, Ryan Brokoff, Salah measuring, and Maxi Kleber. That's the lineup. Trey Burke starts the second for Salah. A three would tie up the game, but a two sounds like a good idea because nobody can stay in front of Trey Burke right now.
No, he is in a groove.
From Powell, Burke picked it up. Late clock, Burke's going to have to bail out the possession, which he does.
Really?
He was dancing. He was on the dance floor.
Out of my mouth, and they really miss those guys. That would give them more places to go, but Trey Burke and the rest of the Mavericks continue to attack the defense of Philly. But that's what the league is now. So you got to learn how to do it.
I mean, Rick said spot on when I asked him about it a few weeks ago that one of the reasons they asked him to start stepping out and 10-point lead restored for Minnesota. To the baseline for a really difficult shot. Trey Burke, he's been making attempts like that now for several games in a row. Trey Burke's on the floor, and Burke gonna have to go against Gorgie Jang. Oh, and he wins! He wins! He gone! Trey Burke.
He sized up the big.
Burke again. He gone.
Same drive.
And Benjry and Kleber providing resistance at the rim. Corner three, Trey Burke. Oh, and it's a drought buster for Dallas. The three goes in.
Oh, nice.
Baseline, Devin Harris filling a spot in the corner is Burke, and he is the guy right now for Dallas.
Yeah.
Finally starting to hit from the perimeter.
Well, that's two.
Played more games with Memphis than any other of the 8 teams he's been with.
Gotcha.
Burke in the lane. Oh, and a nice jump stop and fade away, and that little jumper softly bounces.
That has a lot of experience being on the floor. Trey Burke putting it on him right now, though.
And Burke hits that jumper over right. Answers Wright's basket with one of his own. DeLon Wright, 21, as he just answered right back. Opens up for Trey Burke.
That seam is there. Burke's going to hit it and get there, man.
He has 6 points tonight in his first game with Memphis.
That's a foul.
And it's a three-point play opportunity.
Its own NBA record in that department. Most players to play for a team. Burke, corner three, cans it. Trey Burke, 13 points Friday.
Tyler Dorsey found the long-range ball. Again, 3 for 5 here earlier. Trey Burke says, I got a jumper of my own.
Well, that was bolstered by the fact that Miami and Detroit both took losses. Trey Burke pulls his way to the rim. Javon was saying that Friday night he was standing outside the three-point line as Burke drives and finishes. He was standing outside the three-point line right in front of the Dallas bench, and the entire got the double-double with his 10th rebound of the game. Burke comes up firing over Caboclo and puts it in.
I don't know if the Grizzlies partner have ever had a guy have back-to-back.
Two remaining. Burke goes into his spin.
Great D, better offense.
Mesri calling for it. Screens for Burke. Burke's leaning jumper is in.
The other player here in the second half has done a good job.
Burke got the step, got the finish.
gifted scorer.
Table, the habits, getting up, eating right, doing the right thing. You know, that can transform most players if you just do some of those things, and he did it for 21 years.
And it didn't reported by Dirk's request. He didn't want that sort of attention, and didn't want the focus to be on him doing that. Brad wrote a story about it, and that was in.
Nothing surprising there. Davis ready to shoot the basketball. He's got his feet set underneath him. He's going to make a lot of those.
Burke drains a triple the other way to match him. Davis has now got 144th shot there to give Dallas a little boost and a little extra confidence. Burke for three. And he hits it. Well, you said it early on, Sean, that they would be loose. They started.